It Gets Real with Karina. Each week, Karina will discuss serious topics and is not shy to tell you how it is. On her show, she covers day-to-day situations and provides her opinion along with feedback from her listeners.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back to It Gets Real with Karina, the space where we talk about life, purpose, and everything in between. I'm your host, Karina, and today we're getting real about something we all go through, and that is seasons, not the weather. Though I know some of us are waiting on spring to come through and show up and show out, but the different phases we go through in life. Maybe you're in a season of waiting. Maybe you're in a season of growth. Or maybe you're in a season where things feel uncertain. No matter where you are, today's episode is all about recognizing, accepting, and making the most of your current season. So grab your coffee or your tea or whatever makes you feel at home, and let's get into it. So, guys, our first segment is going to be about understanding your season. So let's start with this. How do you even know what season you're in? Sometimes life moves so fast that we don't stop to take inventory. Are you in a season of building? Maybe grinding hard toward a goal? Are you in a season of waiting? Feeling stuck, like things aren't moving as fast as you want? Or maybe you're in a season of transition where things are shifting and you're unsure of what's next. It's so easy to look at someone else's life and feel like you're behind. But here's the truth. Your season is yours. Just because someone else is blooming doesn't mean you're failing. Sometimes you're just in your planning phase. And guess what? That's okay. I want you guys to trust the process. One of the hardest things about being in a season of waiting or transition is trusting that things are happening, even when you can't see them. I know how frustrating it is when you feel like you're putting in the work and you're not seeing the results. But let me ask you something. Have you ever planted something and expected it to grow overnight? Of course not. Growth takes time. Even when you can't see it, the roots are forming underground. I want to encourage you today. Don't rush the process. If you're in a season where things feel slow, ask yourself, what is this season teaching me? Maybe it's patience, discipline, or preparation. Don't despise the small beginnings because they're leading to something bigger. I want you to make the most of your current season. Okay, so we talked about recognizing your season and trusting the process. Now let's talk about what to do in your current season, because no matter where you are, there's something you can do to grow. If you're in a season of waiting, use this time to prepare. Read, learn, and work on yourself so that when the opportunity comes, you're going to be ready. If you're in a season of transition, embrace the change instead of fighting it. Sometimes the shift is leading you to something better. If you're in a season of growth, stay consistent and don't let distractions pull you away from your focus. Wherever you are, be intentional. Stop wishing you were somewhere else and start making the most of where you are now. And what I learned the most about that is enjoy your now. Embrace what is currently happening. Sometimes I can be in a season and I'll be like, oh my gosh, Lord, why am I in this season? I should be somewhere else. Not knowing that season is made for me to embrace it and to prepare me for the next. I just want you to know that everything you go through is for a reason. It's happening in divine order. So don't ever think that life is just happening out of order. No, God knows what he's doing. Every single thing that has occurred in our life was according to God's plan. because he knows what we're going to do next. He knows what's going to happen next. And he knows how everything is going to play out. But does that mean we're going to make the correct decision that he hopes that we make? No. Sometimes God can have it all planned out, and guess who messes it all up? We do. We have to start taking accountability in our own faults. We have to start taking accountability in situations that we cause ourselves. So sometimes we could think, oh man, the devil's just busy. But no, a lot of times we stir up stuff that we've called the devil. No, take accountability and own up to your own faults, because you started up some stuff that could have been prevented. And after you take accountability and you own up to the stuff that you created, you move forward. We have to stop blaming the devil on everything and wondering why God did this or why God did that. Let's embrace the now. Let's embrace the season that we're currently in. I think we all should take that in. We should definitely internalize it and feel it. I go through so many things in my life, and I feel like, oh man, I feel like I should be further. And if I didn't do X, Y, and Z, I would have been further. If I didn't mess with X, Y, and Z, I would have been further. If I would never did this or did that, I would have been further. I would have more money. I would be a different size. I would have made a better decision. Yeah. If we could have, should have, would have, we would have. We can sit down and just daydream about all of the things we could have done or we should have done, or the places we would have been if we wouldn't have done that. But what is that going to do? How is that going to help us grow? How is that going to help us elevate? It's not. So instead of being stuck, instead of daydreaming into space about the things that could have been, let's start preparing for the things that are going to be, about the opportunities that are right in front of us and the choices that we can make that are going to be better than our past choices. This goes for any and everyone. Yeah, we can't go to the past, but when you look at the past, I want you to look at the past as of, this is what happened and this is what I can do better. Not as of, oh man, I'm feeling sad, I'm mad, I'm upset. No. You look back at the past as, dang, I really did do that. Well, you know what? I can do this now. Or I can make sure that my kids do not do what I did. Or I can make sure my little sister or my little brother or my friend or my mentee doesn't do what I've done. Look at the past to make yourself better, to make your future brighter, to make your now better. There are some people who are living with the burden of things that happened 10, 15, 20, 25 years ago. Some are living with the burden of things that happened last week or yesterday. But I am here to tell you to live in the now and trust the process. Trusting the process and knowing that God is going to provide your every need will make things a whole lot better. Having faith in the Lord for me has basically helped me continue on. It's been times where I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can push through. I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if this is for me. But knowing that I can have the faith as small as a mustard seed to just keep going, to trust in God and know that He's going to fulfill my every need, that's all that I really be needing, y'all, for real. Like, yeah, I'll talk to people. I'll talk to humans. They'll encourage me, in human form, but it's nothing like that godly form. It's nothing like the love that God gives, the love that God provides on a daily basis for me, for a sinner like me, for someone who is not perfect, but God still provides, and He does not write every single wrongdoing down. He does not blow everything up in my face that I have done in my past. God is amazing. And for that, we should be grateful. We should be happy. We should be excited about what's to come. And I want you guys to be excited. I want you guys to accept your current season. I want you guys to know the importance of patience and preparation. Avoid comparing yourself to people. Trust your journey. And know that everything will work out. Wherever you are, just be intentional. Before we wrap this up, I would just want to leave you with this. Every season has a purpose. Your waiting season is not wasted. Your hard season is not permanent, and your growing season is not something to rush through. Trust that where you are right now is exactly where you need to be. I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today on It Gets Real with Karina. If this episode spoke to you, let me know. DM me, shoot us a text message, share it with a friend, or post about this episode on social media. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. Until next time, remember to embrace the season you're in. Love y'all. Have a good one.